Hi there, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK. And I'm trying a new fancy style intro bit to the video today. So I'm down here on the sort of live streaming setup to see if I can record the unboxing segment here of said figure you can see here in this sort of format. We'll see if it works. I've no idea. I can kind of see myself on the screen. I'm not even fully sure it's recording, but we'll go with it anyway. So, as you may be able to see, this is working. I have a box. Here we are. It has been delivered today by Hasbro Pulse UK, apparently. So, I will get my knife and we will hashtag flip open a flat. Wonder if I can sort of put it up there. That might look fancy, mightn't it? So let's get the knife in. Let's see what we've got. So, I think I know what's in here, but obviously if it isn't, this video is going to go wrong before it even starts. So, we're in luck. Oh, thumbs up the knife. I don't think that's allowed on YouTube, but get that off. Shocking. Right. Load of wasted space as usual. Absolute load of wasted space. All that for we have the brand new Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark Temple Escape Scene. So this does feature Indiana Jones himself and the start of the film where he goes after the fertility idol, I do believe. So I give you a look at the packaging from here, and we will go for a closer look in a second. So that is what we've got. Now, this is the third time I've got this Indiana Jones figure, because the first two, well, I've sold them. The first one turned out from Pulse with no gun, so that was helpful. Then they got them to send me a replacement, and I saw how much they were going for on eBay, and I thought, fuck this, they're getting sold. So I sold both of them, knowing that this was coming, because I don't need 2 or 3 of Indiana Jones in the exact same outfit from the start of Raiders of the Lost Ark. So made a little bit of money on those, which actually paid for this. So that's a bit of a bonus, a bit of a selling tip there. Sell your collection to fund your collection. So this is Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark. Let's see if I can get this unboxed. Right then, let's take a closer look then. So that is the front of the box. First thing I'm noting, it's very, very thin cardboard. So whether that will bother you or not, I don't know, but the cardboard is very thin. So on the side then we get a look at Indy and the idol, and of course the famous boulder. Now I wonder if we will get a boulder builder figure, because we've got this build an artifact line, so will we actually get a boulder in the line? That would be pretty cool. So on the back it is showing you exactly what we should be getting in there. So you're going to get Indiana Jones himself, his satchel, his whip, folded up whip, gun. Will that be in there after the previous video you've seen on the channel of this one? We'll find out. The idol, the sandbag, and the base itself. There is the figure recreating the scene from the film at the very start of Raiders of the Lost Ark, when he's in the temple trying to get to the idol. And there is some other characters in wave 1. So I've cut the top. Let's get in and let's see what we've got. So as usual, we've probably got a load of cardboard in here. Good God, that doesn't want to come out, does it? Oh, can I get a whole cup then just to get the thing out of the bloody box? What on earth have we got in here? So, what a wonderful presentation, Hasbro. Looks fantastic, doesn't it, for your £40 figure there? This lovely box, but at least they are going back to plastic packaging. So that looks like the base you've got in there. Hoping for some accessories and a figure. I'm quite sure the box needs to be that big, really, either. So that's a few trees gone down for no reason. Right. Let's start with the figure then. Off we go. Of course, you do get the close up in there, the actual sort of world map on there. Oh, he's come out the bottom. Don't even need to cut. So let's take a look at old Indiana Jones himself. Well, that's helpful, isn't it? Because there's his shadow of his hat sort of means you can't see his face, but hopefully that has sorted that out for you. So straight away I'm noticing this annoying thing, having owned the standard version of Indiana Jones. The plastic is so soft there on the way you attach the whip that it wouldn't do back up again. So the gun holster is shut. Again, that's probably going to be an issue. Ankles are a bit all over the place. The right hand looks okay. But yeah, I believe that is the same Indiana Jones that we already have in sort of wave 1 in the build an artifact wave. Try and move his satchel around a bit there so we can see what's going on with that one. So that's Indy. Let's take a look at the accessories then for Mr. Jones, Dr. Jones. I never realised that Aqua song, Dr. Jones, was clearly kind of about Indiana Jones. That was a random fact. Oh my goodness, I think we got a gun. I think it's actually in here. That could be a bonus. So let's start with that. Here it is then. God knows if this will focus or not. We will find out. There it is. His tiny little revolver sort of pistol thing. My goodness, that is small. Is it gummy as I've heard the other one? Oh yes, okay. It's flexible as absolutely anything. So gummy as shit. So I probably wasn't missing out on much when it wasn't in my original version there. So we've got his actual whip. This is the open version. Again, I'm wondering why it's that kind of shade of red. It looks more brown to me in the film, but I'm not fully sure. Then we've got the standard sort of coiled up whip there, and your two extra accessories then. So we have the sandbag here, or what I'm assuming is a sandbag, where he puts on to try and get the same weight as the idol, so it doesn't set off the trap, but it ends up setting off the trap anyway. And then old Doc Ock turns up, doesn't he, from Spider-Man. He's technically in Indiana Jones. He dies in that temple. So there is the golden fertility idol. Oh, and it's even got the anus. Look at that. It's got a little tiny sculpted butt on there. So a bit of dodgy paint, I think, on my version there. But there is the idol. But again, that did come with the other version, didn't it? So what we really need to see is this base. And straight away, I put my finger at the bottom. It's like an upside down cup, so it's clearly hollow. I thought it would be hollow, but I thought there'd be a base piece on it, but we'll find out. So let's take a look then at this. Okay, this is pretty cool. So we've got some nice paint apps on the top. We've got a bit of sort of green shading on the sort of moss, different shades of green on there. Nice sculpting on the cracks. So they've sculpted all the way around. There's definitely like a black wash over him here. So that's pretty cool. So I do like this. That is the bottom for anybody wondering. So looks like a sort of hollow, like a bath plug there. You must put that in the bath. So I wonder if that moves. Does that move? Because of course that moves in the... Oh, it does. It does bloody move. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know it did that. It does move. So you put it up there and it pops down. So that's why it's hollow. See, we're learning on the fly here at Jay's Toy Collection UK. I wonder if there's an instruction sheet, and I completely missed that. But there you go then. So you lift it up. I suppose you put your little idol on it. Idol on it like that. There you are. The idol is on. And then, oh, shit's gone down. He's stolen that. He's replaced it with that. But it hasn't done the job. And it's set all the traps off in the temple and a big boulder. So, okay, it's pretty cool. I do like that. So that is what you're paying the extra for. So the standard release of Indy is what he's about 20. It was cheaper in the UK. He's about £20, but I know they put him up now, and he was quite hard to get. So this is another way of getting the same Indy. You do get the cool base, but is it worth the extra? It probably is, I suppose. They could be a bit cheaper, as all things could, but I'm quite happy to have the sort of scene I can kind of recreate there. If you can see on camera as I try and recreate the scene there. Let's go over Indy's articulation for those that don't know. So hat is permanently sculpted on the head. That bad boy is not coming off. So you get a full Michael Myers to the side and the other. He can come at you out of any sort of bush. Back, not an awful lot. It's got a bit of hair sculpted there that's restricting that. And you just get a nice down. So it is it's like the WWE figures. It's a ball joint on a sort of double ball peg in there, I believe. So you get nice tilt side to side. So his arms come up, not to a full T. Or is that just me? Oh, that one goes higher. Oh, that's Indy. He's flying off his Indy. These articulation segments do go a bit strange to me. There we go. Look at that full T. He does do a full T. So there's knout in the abdomen there. There's no ab crunch. It would have broken up the shirt mould. So they didn't do that, which I don't mind. I think it looks cool. It's going to have a ball joint, I'm assuming, at the waist. Yeah, so you can get a tilt that way, tilt the other. And a bit down. He's really... Can you look up? We can't really look up. We've got some nice shading on the hat, if that's focusing in there. And of course there is more sort of dirt shading, sort of warm leather effect on the actual jacket itself. Now, do you get extra hands with this? Let me consult the box. You do not get extra hands with this. So you did get extra hands with the other version. I wonder if I kept those extra hands. I don't think I did. So on the elbow, you've got these big, deep-looking joints. So they're going to be single jointed. This is Star Wars Black Series style. But you do get slightly more than 90 degrees out of old Indy. And you will get the old broken arm swivel, as you like to do there. So he does move his arms okay. So you get enough out of it. There's no butterfly. I don't think there's no... Oh, there is a butterfly. Hold on. Chatting absolute bollocks as usual. There is a butterfly joint. So, oh, okay. Oh, look at this. Indy, my son. My goodness, he can really go back. And can he touch his... Try and line that up. I'm not exactly DMA's, am I? Just that's so smooth. You watch his reviews, they just move him around. Here's me, can barely move a bloody arm. So you get the single jointed knee, no butt touch in there at all on the single joint. And we've got decent splits there. Again, ball joints in there, and a bit of the old ankle rocker. So I will see if I can get some accessories. There's still one pose I've never been able to do. Then let's get this gun in there. Let's get the gun in there. God, that is floppy, isn't it? So there you go. Indy's starting off a race. Bang! Look at that. Start a gun for Indy. So that works okay. So what I think I will do though is let's try and see if we can get this thing in here. Now, this is not going to work. I can tell you now. This is not going to work. If this works, I will absolutely shit myself. This isn't going to happen. This is not going to stay in. So in we go then. Let's try and man versus peg. I'm doing this live. We're literally doing it live. We got no time for edits today on a random midweek Wednesday. I've been at work all day. No time for editing. We're going to get this bad boy up raw and unedited. Well, there's a bit of editing at the start because I did fiddle about with that. Right, here we go. Here we go. Good. See, he's in. It's in. It was in. You won't believe me it was in because it popped straight back out. So, again, I didn't think that was going to work, and it clearly won't. I don't want to risk opening that one because it's never going to get bloody shut again. So, what I would do is Cheeky Monkey comes down the stairs, whether you heard her, her big cloppy old feet there. What are you doing, dear?
I'm just putting the washing on.
Doing the washing. There you are. There you go. That's a very nice task for her to do. I'm going to go get Indiana Jones upstairs into the toy room, into the collection, because I think that's going to be a good little bit of the video. So here we go. Indiana Jones upstairs in 3, 2, 1. Right, then we've made our way upstairs and Indiana Jones is in the collection. And I've actually got his whip to stay in there. So that is a bonus, and I'm probably never going to move that out again in my life. But there we are. That is the Indiana Jones display cube. So I will talk you through it. So first thing we actually have is the Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark poster I've got here. So these are A4 posters that I like to put on the side of the unit. This is kind of a new thing I've got into doing, with sort of magnetic clip frames on the front there to actually keep them in place. So Lord of the Rings is there, and there is a Raiders of the Lost Ark. I've actually got a Temple of Doom one behind, so we'll change that up eventually. And there's Spider-Man there representing the MCU that's actually recently moved into this section. But let's take a closer look then in the cube here. So there is the sandbag on the base from the actual temple then at the start of Raiders. The graphic you see there is from the front of the packaging cut out, and there's Indy in position, gun in hand because I didn't want to open his holster, and the whip on there and the idol in his hand. So he does hold the idol well, and his gun seems to all work. So good articulation. So overall, actually quite impressed with this. I think the face sculpt, even though I'm sure it is the same, to me it looks better than the version in the standard release, but that may just be me. But there he is. So what I've done in this display then, if I sort of talk you through it, is my boy Melty Face. Okay, old Tote himself there, he's at the front, hasn't got his melty face on at the moment. And again, I've used the packaging there to represent Raiders of the Lost Ark. So I've also got Marion over there from Raiders, of course, with the articulated monkey. That monkey is like fully articulated. I'm actually surprised how much it moves, so that's really cool. And she comes with a frying pan. Over to the Temple of Doom then. The Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones. This is from the Club Obi-Wan scene then at the start of the film. You've got the meat on a stick. You've got a little potion thing. The tiniest little accessory is this little gem in his hand there. He's got his little bottle, so he's in his white suit, James Bond-like, so that looks pretty cool. And again, I've cut out the Temple of Doom logo there. And at the back, we've got Kazim from the third film, The Last Crusade. So he's the one I've got from The Last Crusade. Tell a lie, I think Donovan is on the way actually there. So he's at the back representing that. The bridge you see is from Pets at Home here in the UK. That is for a fish tank. So I've got a fish tank bridge over the Luke Skywalker Star Wars base there is what that's over. So that is kind of representing where the water would be. So I'm thinking Indy from Temple of Doom with the sort of shirtless version, or the half shirt version I should say, will be going in there. So that is the Indiana Jones collection. Not a film series I was particularly familiar with until the last couple of years. I think I watched Raiders of the Lost Ark during COVID. Cheeky Monkey got very scared. She thought it was one of the scariest PG films she's ever seen. I think it did change the rating system, didn't it, because of films like that and Gremlins back in the 80s. So that was a pretty cool film. Don't think the sequel's ever quite lived up to the first one. Temple of Doom, I like some of the characters, but it gets a bit wacky. And then by the third one, we've got the Holy Grail Knight. Well, I didn't mind that one. It's a bit of a long intro into that one. And the other week, I actually watched the fourth film. What was it? Crystal Skull. What we got? Aliens in refrigerators. What on earth is going on with that? So I don't know. What do you think the new film's going to be like? Let me know in the comments. Will it's going to be any good? 80-year-old Harrison Ford? We will find out. But that's the figure then, really. So actually, overall, quite impressed really with this release from Pulse. I think it has got here quite efficiently in the UK. I'm not sure if it's out all over the world there, but that is the Indiana Jones collection. So thank you for watching, everybody. I have been Jay. This once again has been Jay's Toy Collection UK for another unboxing and review. Try to do a little bit of different sort of editing as I kind of rush through on this Wednesday. So back to work for me in the morning. Please do let me know in the comments what you think of the figure. Are you getting this? Are you getting any of the Indiana Jones releases? SH Figure Arts, that's coming soon, isn't it, from Indiana Jones? So that looks pretty cool. So please do, of course, comment, like, and subscribe, as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers here in 2023. And I'll, of course, see you on the next video.